1, 2, 3. Hello, I'm Tom.
I'm Galen.
And welcome to 15 Minutes of Fume, presented by the word simplicity and the letters B, P, A, and L. Today, we are here reviewing Duets from the lab's recent Double Lunacy perfume release. Duets are a simple two-note perfume blend. Simplicity. And we normally have been releasing 4 or 5 of these with each monthly drop, but since we did a compressed Double Lunacy this month, that means we have 10 Duets.
10 of them.
But in the name of simplicity, we're only reviewing 5 of them today because we need to keep it simple.
10 is a lot.
10 is a lot. They start to add up fast. You've all seen our eyes start to twirl like pinwheels as we get deeper and deeper into a scent vid. Maybe we can keep it relatively constrained today. Now, Elizabeth, our perfumer, has talked in the past about how creating a two-note perfume blend is kind of deceptively challenging because you can't just slop 2 ingredients together and expect to get any kind of cohesive scent that tells a story or transcends the sum of its ingredients. I think that these are kind of like little Sudoku puzzles for her. Like, how can you bring out the best of something or get a particular idea in just 2 scents?
Dare I combine this with that and see what actually, oh my god, that's powerful. What is that?
I'd be really interested to see the outtakes and see like what she's tried that is just like, nope, doesn't work.
An extensive blooper reel.
Not now. Yeah.
Oh Lord. Right. What's my line? Yeah.
So, I guess we'll just dip into our perfumes.
Into our duets. Dip in duets. I'm just making up a song. This is not a real song. It's a duet.
You know you've really blown it when someone's actively like elbowing you on stage, like it's not subtle. The first one that we're smelling is Honeysuckle and Wisteria. We're just doing these in no particular order. I know that alphabetical might seem like the path toward simplicity,
but not today.
But it was actually, the simplest thing was just to reach down and pick something up. And we don't have to use a laptop because the notes are written on the label.
Love it.
And we have Honeysuckle and Wisteria. Now, I'm more familiar with Honeysuckle than Wisteria. I'm worried I won't be able to really tear them apart and consider them separately. And Honeysuckle is so strong, particularly right out of the bottle. It's so recognizable. Oh, it's so lovely. It just smells like kind of like, you know,
sunset walks,
skinny little vines like dangling in the breeze.
Oh,
you know, it really is like walking through a cloud that's just on the air from like fragrant blossoms.
Yeah,
it's literally what it is.
Yes, very heady.
This is the scent of that.
Almost humid, like a.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Now, in the bottle, I smell the honeysuckle, like right away. Oh my god! On the skin, putting it on immediately, I do detect something that is not the honeysuckle, which of course is very likely to be the wisteria. Simplicity. Yeah.
Otherwise, who else is singing?
And now that I'm smelling it, like, again, not particularly versed with this note, but I do actually, I think, recognize it from other perfumes that we've smelled. But the two are just kind of like braided together in a lovely floral garland.
Oh, incredibly complimentary.
Yeah. It's like I don't even really care. I don't need to know who's doing what, you know? It's just like one of those great like forehand massages where you're just like, after a while, you just need to relax and enjoy it. I mean, this is kind of as bright and springtimey and kind of twilight as you could really hope to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it might be really interesting. What was it last time? Was it gardenia and clove?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a really...
And that was like a surprise. Oh,
a cool, breezy floral.
Beautiful floral yeah.
I would love to try to maybe layer these a little.
I think that would work out really
Just
nicely.
bring in more voices, get that wall of sound going, but it's wall of smell.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Uh-huh.
So
Wall of smell.
I don't really have much more to say about it than that, unless you do.
It's just a joy.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say either.
I feel like it's helping my Tylenol work better.
I'm very charmed by this.
Yeah.
And
if you like those things, you'll like the perfume, and that's really the long and short of it.
Yeah.
So next I grabbed the Black Amber and Sugarcane. And I have to say, my eyes rolled back in my head a little bit when this came out, because I've been really enjoying the Menage a Trois from last year, which was the Terebinth and Black Amber, and what was the other thing in there? Was it Oak Moss? Something like that.
Yeah.
And the Black Amber on that was like a really like cherished part of the experience. And I really discovered that it's the Black Amber is a lot of ambers in general. They have like a kind of just like a dewy funk to them. The darker the amber, the dewier the funk, the funkier the dew. Hi ho, the Dario.
I have not smelled this yet, so I'm
in
excited.
the bottle. I am getting that. Of course, the sugar is like on blast.
Oh my.
And it is like sugar cane. It's kind of like a pulpy, like fibrous, like damp, very sweet sugar. And the amber is right in there waiting. Like I'm coming for you. I'll be there, you know. Let me out.
Oh, yeah, the sugar blends really wonderfully with the sweetness of the amber, and this is like...
It's the sugar is like kind of dancing on the surface, but then the amber is there hinting immediately at like hidden depths. You know what I'm saying? In the bottle and early on, I wish it was just... I guess what this is telling me is I would just love a single note of Black Amber, because I think I would love to
talk to.
Skip straight to that part. I know, right? I'm just going to come with my hat in my hands and just be like...
Would she can just be too much trouble?
Pour some Black Amber into my hat. I gotta say, though, again, in terms of simplicity, that this is relatively straightforward. It's pretty much staying stable on the skin exactly as it was in the bottle.
Yeah. This is a delight.
It reminds me, there's like a little bit of a snake oily quality too.
Yes.
I think because of the sugar. And I don't remember if the snake oil has an amber.
I don't know. It might.
It could. But there's something, I think this would,
or just
for example...
maybe the resinous quality of snake oil versus the resiny
And this
amber.
would be a great perfume to layer with snake oil, for example.
It would, if you just want it like a little sweeter and a little...
goopier.
Amberific.
It's got like this amber goop in it.
Amber goop.
I'm gooped! So... Ooh! Oh! Watch out. Just because I'm gooped doesn't mean you have to be. You're in the goop zone.
Am I being threatened? Let me know in the comments. I love this and I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Maybe in an unhealthy way.
I mean, you didn't like taste it or anything or drop it in your eyes, so I think so far it's healthy.
Yet. Am I?
You didn't snatch it out of my hands or immediately put it in your pocket. I think you're handling all this very well.
All right.
Okay. Number 3. I feel like our energy is not low today, but there's like a nice, relaxed, sedate quality to this video so far.
Yeah. We're having a Wednesday.
I don't even know
however
really
you pronounce it.
What that means. I think some people just say Weds.
Wednesday.
Because I've seen that written as for short, so I'm just assuming that's what everyone's saying.
Wednesday.
As Amy Sedaris would hashtag it. All of her posts do that. Monday, Tuesday,
Friday.
I don't really know what she's doing with that. Is she just... I mean, she's just being
having fun,
silly. But after a while, after years, you'd think you'd be like, all right, I'm moving on. Although I don't think Amy Sedaris moves on. You know what I'm saying? I think that she's kind of like a wonderful, freaky insect trapped in amber.
She does not move on. Oh, amber and sugarcane.
Ooh, smells amber. Like, personally, I think I might actually weirdly prefer the oak moss and black amber, because I just think there's something... This is like, there's like a brightness to this because of the sugar that I'm just like, not really... I don't know. I'll live with it for a while and see how I feel.
What do we got next?
We've got Osmanthus and Agarwood. Now, I know from working here that agarwood is an oud.
Tis.
These are, different terms for different things. Osmanthus, do we know what that is?
Tis a flower.
I just imagine like Alan Rickman saying it.
Osmanthus.
Very good. It's a flowering plant. Okay, the flowers are used throughout East Asia for their scent and flavor, which is likened to apricot and peach. This is Wikipedia.
Oh.
People do drink osmanthus tea. And then there's osmanthus wine. So,
wow.
Interesting. So I really don't know. I mean, I guess whatever doesn't smell like agarwood will be the osmanthus if I can track it. There is this aspect to tourism with this, where this is as close as we get to going anywhere for a while. It does have a kind of like a fruity note, and I don't know if I would track it to peach, maybe apricot.
It does. Yeah, it does have a kind of.
It's tricky because oud and agarwood, whatever, can have like its own kind of tartness, which is like the kind of oud and the quality that I like in it. This has like a kind of a rich, mellow, lightly fruity woodiness. Again, very like springtime, This is like some kind of fragrant grove.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I just didn't really know what to expect.
I've been seeing a lot of in the labs releases, like the ouds, the lighter ouds have been incorporated into kind of like fruit blends and stuff. So maybe that's like a way of bringing out some like richness and tartness in a fruit. But those have been like much more like, resinous perfumes with like fruity elements like berries and currants and stuff. And I like that this is kind of like more fresh, and there's like a kind of like a greeny quality to this. It smells like I want to say like some kind of fresh flower arrangement, but the kind that actually contains like weird woody bits and like reeds and stems and whatever. It's just got like a kind of a zing to it.
Yeah, I'm a little at a loss for words. I don't know. It's like fruitier than I expected, and so I'm actually just very surprised.
Well, I will say though, on my skin, I say, because that's all I can smell, is that fruity note that I noticed in the bottle is kind of not really there, and it definitely smells like more botanical. Petals and stems. Other people might amp different things. I don't know.
Definitely amping a fruitier.
Can I smell?
Yes, it's right there.
Oh, you are. Bless
I am.
you. Bless you.
It's a little peachier.
Yeah, there's just like a little more of a fuzzy something or other.
I don't mind.
I just think that this smells like something like I would like something in like a plant nursery or a botanical situation. A botanical situation. We end up in those so often.
How do I get out of a
but
botanical situation?
There is a real like you just dig. There's a simplicity and an elegance to it, and also it is, I have to say, like for like a kind of a floral, it's very genderless. It reminds me in the past of some of like I think there was like a goldenrod scent that I really liked, and even the agarwood is on the lighter side. So
yeah.
There's no heavy dark woods here. It's just kind of like like I'm just getting a kind of a greeny white kind of situation.
It doesn't have that like normal funk that oud does either.
Nope.
It's that softer kind of oud. Agarwood.
So I like a lot of the peach blends, but I honestly, once it's been on my skin a while, it turns out I just don't like a really sweet peach smell to stick with me.
It can be intense, and you know it can really linger.
I like just getting like a hint of something like that in this. So anyway, interesting, pleasant surprises all around. Okay, number 4. Oh yeah, we have like a handmade label for this. Cinnamon and leather. I know this is the one that like flipped your little...
Even reading it on the list, I was like, what?
Yeah. Is it my birthday?
I got so excited. I got to bottle it. And then I put it on for several days.
Before I even opened it, I could smell the leather.
Here's what I have to say about it, though, and this is just a personal thing. It does not stay on me.
Oh, really?
No. It just vanishes. I love it so much, and it is gone.
In the bottle,
In,
this
like-
is like a really sharp, almost sour leather. Like there was something when I opened it where it was almost like the smell of like a burnt match, like a blown out matchstick. Like that's how kind of like acrid that leather is, because we have all kinds of leather in different blends.
Yeah.
So, and there wasn't like a color or a descriptor in this one. It just says leather.
Yeah.
So there's really, really just like the sharp, like raw, like or like a like freshly tanned leather. Reminds me of going into Seba's Western apparel as a child in the desert. Like I'm gonna look at bolo ties while the rest of my family is trying on boots. And then there's like a hint of spice in the background.
Yeah, it's not like a super cinnamony, like cinnamon roll kind of thing. It's, I don't know.
Like a dry spice.
It's yes. It is a drier cinnamon.
Fascinating.
What I have noticed with most of the leather blends that I end up liking is that the leather note does not stick on me. It just kind of goes away.
What I like about the cinnamon in this is that it really is like an arid, like aromatic quality. It's like that breath when you're doing the cinnamon challenge,
Ew.
where like you lean in and like somehow it's already like in the back of your throat, but you haven't like tasted it yet.
You're already choking.
Yeah, there's it's like a hint of it. It's just like, actual grated cinnamon bark. It definitely warms up the scent,
Yes.
so the leather doesn't seem kind of as stark.
Yeah.
But it really truly isn't. Yeah, like this is not a cinnamon and sugar. This is not like a, Cinnabon blast mocha chino. This is like,
It has a nice earthy spice to it.
yeah, it smells very old world.
Rather than like it's not a gourmand thing.
No.
It is like,
I mean, some people.
it does smell like someone's leather jacket with like a hint of something else there that's just kind of.
Some people end up with a lot more
Almost
leather in their
muskier.
mouth than I do. And I think in the olden times they used to chew it to help wear it down and make it soft.
Leather?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
They put a little cinnamon on it. Just
Yeah,
for flavor.
keep things lively. Freshens your breath. This is really nice. I mean, it's like a very no nonsense blend.
Yeah.
Like it's got like a whiff of the dominatrix to it for sure. It's like dominatrixy.
And no, I just because it doesn't last super long on me, I just keep putting it on.
Yeah.
So, maybe I'm just actually turning myself nose blind to it, and I
Well,
actually can. It actually is amping.
It seems
I don't know.
really potent to me. Like it's not going anywhere on my skin. I can smell it, the bottle, before I even opened it. And now that it's on, I feel like the throw on this is going to be pretty strong. And for the most part, people are going to smell from a distance. People are going to smell the leather. I feel like the cinnamon is just there, like upon closer inspection. So if you're looking for like a really cinnamon forward note, because I know some people are chasing that. Some people can't handle it because of skin sensitivity, etc. But if this is not like a cinnamon forward blend to my nose.
Yeah.
It's like cinnamon is there as accent. It's like you got like the leather lash, and then someone's like, oh, here, aftercare, and then they use cinnamon oil, and then you're screaming.
Wow,
So
that's messed up.
some people pay a lot of money for that. The final one we have, I know there was a ton of questions about this, is tomato and cucumber. Tomato and cucumber. We go together like...
Tomato and cucumber.
Thank you.
Chang chang, changity chang bop.
A lot of people asked, because tomato leaf is a much more common scent note in some of our blends.
They were like, surely it can't be.
Surely this is
tomato.
Tomato leaf, right?
There's
Especially
an error.
since we have so many errors in our usual announcements anyway. I don't blame anyone for wanting a bit of clarification. But there's...
no joke, my friend.
It's actually tomato and leather.
No, it's tomato and cucumber.
Tomato and leather is the most bonkers duet we could possibly do. Oh, it smells like tomato and leather. Like, okay.
Okay, and why?
Like, it's like
Why would you ever?
Leather Daddy Mario. Tomato and leather. Now that's a spicy meatball.
It's like pasta sauce and...
So, back to reality, in which we're smelling a perfume that smells like tomato and cucumber. So yeah, salad perfume. I was immediately recalling our pumpkin gazpacho from last fall, which is still available for a short time, which is of course has other elements. It's funny, I took the lid off this. I can smell it rising up at me. There is like a gazpacho quality to this. Immediately, it smells. There's like a chill to it. It's like a bowl of cold soup.
Or like chopped up cucumber.
Yeah.
And you just get that wonderful fresh smell.
I know like people love a cucumber blend, and there's probably a bit of concern about the tomato in here. It's not like some big crazy like scratch and sniff sticker tomato. What
No.
I'm getting is a little more of like, I think it's the acidity of a tomato.
Yeah.
Where there's something that's kind of distinctly not as cool. Like the tomato's like a warm smell.
It's almost
in my brain.
like a hint of salt. Like there's a salty quality.
It's got an aquatic
Warm.
quality overall, because that's, I think, a big part of the cucumber is it's mostly water with a little chlorophyll. So it's like cellulose, chlorophyll, water. I'm writing like an ingredients list for cucumber. Contains the following. I'm not afraid of it. I was a little worried because tomato as a perfume, like I'm not a tomato juice drinker. I don't like gazpacho because I grew up eating a lot of salsa, and so when someone puts like a bowl of gazpacho in front of me, I'm like,
where are my chips?
What have you done to my salsa, and where are my chips?
I can't eat this.
I definitely don't want to eat this. So this weirdly is a little, in my brain, more cucumber heavy, and I'm open to any surprises that await, as I put actually a lot of this on the skin. So again, Violet Beauregarding myself. It's really okay. So like it's really lively. It's like it's fresh, but unlike the others where I said that was like where it was an outdoor springtimey thing. I mean, it really actually does have a kind of like a garden smell.
Yeah. It does not smell like salad to me.
It does not smell like salad to me.
That was the first thing I thought, even when I opened up the big bottle to pour the 5 mils. I was like, this doesn't smell like salad. It just smells delightfully fresh.
There's kind of like a raw vegetal quality to it that gives it kind of like a snap, and it's not like super earthy, but it definitely smells like organic. And I don't think, like, if someone is going to, like, if someone, like, were to lean in and, like, smell this behind your ear, they're not going to be like, oh, wow, you
know what you had for lunch?
You had the Galapagos tortoise lunch special.
How did you know?
That's what they eat. You've been cheating on me with a tortoise.
Why do you smell like salad? No one will ask you that.
It just has a kind of like a gentle, crisp, cool, fresh quality to it.
A very cool green chill.
The tomato, one thing it's doing is tempering the full cucumber blast, because some cucumber can be very recognizable as a scent note, and this actually makes it a little more mysterious. Like, I can find it, it's there, but it's weirdly just not fully on blast. Whereas some of the other ones in the past, even with squirting cucumber, we go green and grassy and stuff to kind of really amp that cucumberiness. And this is like, there are other vegetables. So weirdly, I thought this was going to be like some kind of appetizer at a, society lady luncheon.
But it's actually the palate cleanser at the end of the video.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. That's the thing. It is like a really clean scent. It's like clean and watery and cool and fresh without really being like really mineralic.
Yeah.
And it's like, it has like a faintly gourmand quality to it, but it's not like making my stomach growl,
Yeah.
Fascinating. I had smelled it in passing when we were bottling, and I just like did a pass by, and I was like, okay, like I'm suspending judgment until I can get there closer. So glad I did that. I don't really know how many people are going to feel adventurous enough to order a tomato and cucumber perfume just because a couple of nitwits on the internet said it was fine.
But it is fine. It's good.
Yeah. There's so many more dangerous things you could do, like filling trash bags with gasoline in response to a fuel shortage. You know, like...
Gas. It's gas for my family. Oh, sorry.
It's just like zesty. Okay, let me kind of backtrack a little bit. Ooh, okay. Wow, going from that back to honeysuckle and wisteria is like a swerve. I just got like ripped outdoors, like through the kitchen window and like down the street.
Whoa.
Like, woo!
That sounds scary.
Whole different yeah, it's like whiplash. Like,
are you okay?
one moment you're standing in front of the fridge, and the next moment you're standing in front of the mailbox, and you have no memory of how you got there. Does that happen to anyone else? Really, yeah, but it's like a really, it's like a nice, lovely, sweet floral. I'm enjoying that. I'm just need to track my way down my arm.
I am still obsessed with black amber and sugar cane.
Yeah, that's where I am now.
That's what I'll be doing today. That's my duet. It is singing to me.
I want to layer this
back
with all sorts of things. Like, there is like a simplicity to it that means I can, like, sometimes when you layer stuff, you don't really know what you end up smelling or why.
No.
And this is one of those situations where I feel like you know exactly what you're adding, and you can be like, 1 drop, sure. 2 drops, why not? Like, figure out a nice balance.
I'm curious to blend the black amber and sugar, and then the leather and cinnamon, and see.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that
what
right
kind
now.
of nonsense I come up with.
Let's do it right now.
All right.
Because that leather is still just going for it. It has grown no more sentimental with time.
Oh wait. Oh, you put it on top of that?
Yeah, I just put it on top of
okay.
the leather. Do you want to smell it?
I do. Okay, so that's interesting.
I mean, it just like opens up new dimensions there.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Really?
it's really
Turns out it was
fascinating.
actually shot in a different aspect ratio than you thought.
Yeah.
It went
Because
from full
like
screen to widescreen.
I'm still getting the sharpness of the leather, but I love having the mellowness of the amber there as a kind of a comfort, you know. So, and then the sugar weirdly feels out of place, and I was hoping maybe it would mingle with the cinnamon in a way where it was like those two are friends, but like right now they're just like definitely pursuing different agendas.
Yeah.
But I'm real happy I did it. I mean, it's great. It's kind of like having finger paints, you know. You can just like plop a little bit of whatever. I mean, you know, if I wanted to get really insane, I would be like, okay, now let's throw some tomato and cucumber in there and see what.
No,
kind
we
of,
can't do that.
No, but that Galen would be ill. Look, you panicked.
I just don't know.
Okay, we're back. So that's those 5, and we're gonna come back soon with the other 5. And maybe the layering will get really wild, because now that we've done our simplicity video, you know, there's perhaps territory to expand into. When we have 10 duets, 20 notes total, singing in harmony.
Full choir. Uh-oh.
No pants. I mean, we're wearing pants.
Wait, what?
But like the people in the choir aren't.
Why is that?
I mean,
what kind of choir is this?
It like interferes with circulation, you know, especially after a big meal, which you definitely have before a choral performance.
Yeah, I just like to sing when I am completely full.
I think we're losing our simplicity, so it's probably a good place to.
I think we're losing our minds.
Wrap. Yes.
Our focus. Our point.
We had a point.
Simplicity was the point, I think, and the duets.
Am I supposed to sing something? I'm so bad at this.
Three's Company 2.
It started out as Three's Company, and it became like The Price is Right. So I was like, I was gonna jump in and be like, da 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 da.
And then suddenly People's Court, dun dun dun.
And then Night Court, da 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 da.
And then Law and Order, dun dun. Okay, we have to go.
Okay. Well,
I feel like have we said it all?
I mean, if you're still watching this, God bless you. for humoring us. And thank you to everyone who has been so supportive lately. Please subscribe to our channel. It's such a dumb thing to have to say, but like people actually just like
You still
flick away and forget. Like you might want to find us again. We're nice. We have all the perfumes, and we can help you get the right perfumes or avoid the wrong perfumes. So for the sake of simplicity, just press that button and then go enjoy your day.
Yeah. All right.
Until next time. Until part 2. Bye now.